Hey lads and ladies, Royalivi here, and before we get into the video, I thought I should let you all know that I've medically been diagnosed as being pretty fucked up in the ears. I struggle to hear people from a few yards away, the hearing is all very muffled. I think in the general population of the planet Earth, I am considered on the deaf end of the spectrum, which is not ideal, so apologies if the audio is a bit fucked up in places. You know, maybe it's too loud, maybe it's too low. I don't fucking know, I'm sorry, alright? I'm gonna try my fucking best, so just stop fucking yelling at me. Lads and ladies, welcome to the 2023 Sorare Road to Glory, heading into the home straight now. It's been 9 months of doing this series, and the progress, it feels pretty minimal. I just feel like for all the videos and all the talk, not much has really fucking happened in my account. I mean, I won a Zian Fleming Rare after winning Euro 2nd Division a few months back. That was nice, but, you know, if that's really the highlight of my year so far, then it's weak sauce in the grand scheme of things. I suppose some progress has been made across the board. I've not had to deposit any Ethereum into the account this year, so it's all been self-funded, which is nice. It means I'm essentially playing and living off of my rewards. I've been slowly winning across the year. Some of the recent ones you are seeing on the screen right now. A decent score here from my MLS lads with a Zorgon thrown into the mix there, secured me a top-end tier 2, and the MLS rare lads here helped me pick up that additional Ethereum in Cap 240 rare, which is always good to build on within the account. And then going back to the tier 2 limited, I literally said in a group chat, I guarantee I'm going to get an Asian card here. I could feel it in my balls, and my balls did not lie, because the prophecy came true. I got this young keeper from Sanfrecce, Hiroshima, Kaizuki Osaka. Know nothing about the bloke, obviously, but he looks like a decent young starting keeper. But more importantly, my super rare Cap 240 team is finally taking shape. It's taken a while, but we've just about got there, and I'm going to be honest, this team is pretty shit. It may struggle to hit the 300 points required once the bonuses come into effect, but we are going to give this team the good old college try. Already had Vicen and Diego Liete. Vicen's had a rough start of the season so far with RKC, so hopefully they can pull some good performances out of their bumholes. And despite Liete's below par scores, he plays for a strong Leipzig team who play 5 at the back as well typically, so you know there's always a possibility of a clean sheet and an acceptable AA score there. And then looking at the rest of the team, it's just fucking bizarre. I mean, there's no rhyme or reason, it's just fucking bizarre. Yeah. Gineppe's finally ended his torrid time at Southampton. Really happy to see him return to Standard Liège. Obviously, Southampton signed him from there 3 or 4 years back where he tore it up, so hopefully he can get back to form by taking his minimal EPL experience on board. And I've also then filled the team up with 2 additional signings, starting with Mehdi Leris in that extra spot. And honestly, before the season, I'd never really heard of the bloke, but I've noticed he signed a 3-year deal at Stoke. And this is a player who's got Serie A and international experience with Sampdoria and Algeria respectively. And, you know, looking at his SoFi scores, obviously the biggest issue here is that they're pretty fucking shit, you know. I think mediocre would be a good word to describe them, so really need him to hit the ground running here and find his stride at Stoke. But, you know, I think for the price of 0.065 Ethereum for his super rare card, you know, I can't really go wrong. I'm assuming he'll be a regular starter at Stoke. But, you know, even if he's not and he turns out to be a dud, you know, it's not a huge expense in any case. But then, the big trade of the day, the highlight of my account, perhaps the biggest mistake of my young Sorare career. I have acquired Antonio Sanabria of Torino in my forward spot. Now, he did go off last game with a muscle injury, but there's talks of a new contract for him, so, you know, I can't imagine it's a long-term injury. Towards the start of the season, one of his newer super rare cards went for a little under half an Ethereum, and if we look at my trade with friend of the channel, Ruvalm, we can see he was traded for an array of cards and a bit of bling. So we'll say 0.18 Ethereum for the cash, and then being the nice bloke that I am, I valued the cards for you here on the screen based on Sorare data floor price and, you know, recent purchase prices, all in all totaling about 0.4 Ethereum. So again, not super cheap by any stretch, but when you consider I've got him for less than he went for a month ago, and that's while paying a premium trade price with Ruvalm, I think on the surface I would have done quite well to grab him for what I have. You know, looking at the cards I traded, the Cruz has been injured and I've got no use out of him. Danny McNamara has been dropped and I don't really use him at the moment. You know, Fagundes is a bit of a missing account, but, you know, the MLS season's ending soon, so I'm not too worried about that. Nuhu, Fortuna, Hutchinson and Tokimoto, don't use any of them in my Cap 240 rare team, so happy to get them out of the account. And then same with Renix. I literally just bought him for the minimum bid price the other week off of the new cards auction market, and he's pretty fucking shit at football. He's better than me, so I don't want to judge too much, but, you know, fuck him. Let's remember, you viewers are a lot smarter than me when it comes to Sorare, so do go in the comments and let me know if you think that I'm a fucking idiot and I fucked this trade up, because, I don't know, I'm moderately happy with it, but it's obviously a risky game making a trade like this. It's not something I often do on my account, you know, trying to break into the super rare realm of the Sorare world, but, you know, if it is shit, I guess we're stuck with it. I fucked up, but let's all laugh at me fucking up. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts. Or don't. Just, you know, follow your heart, but I would enjoy it if you did let me know your thoughts. But then looking at Sanabria's SO5 scores, obviously a slow start to the current season, but he had a really strong run of form towards the back end of last season, so if he can get back to that once he's back from his injury, he's always going to be a reliable option in the account to hopefully score, you know, a decisive, get those 70 to 80 points with the bonuses applied. I think, you know, he's a big part of this Cap 240 rare team going for that threshold money. And yeah, we're going to see what the team can do. Luckily as well, all the players in this team are European players as well. So, you know, I'm pretty much sorted with this lineup until, you know, late April, early May next year. So let's see what they can do. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. Shit. But okay, here we go. I got a reward here in All-Star Limited. I came 51st in the world during the international break. I quadrupled up +1 on Croatia players here. Obviously, Livakovic, Sutalo, Ivanusic, Petkovic, and Brozovic. And Croatia did quite well. They won 5-0 against Latvia and then 1-0 against Armenia. The only problem is in the first game is that Sutalo missed a big chance. And then the second game against Armenia, Brozovic missed a big chance. So, you know, if the stars had aligned in a different way on another day, I perhaps could have done a bit more than a tier 2 limited card here, but we're gonna open it and see what it is. I'll open that shit later. No one really gives a fuck about any of that, but let's see what's going on here. We got a Brazilian player who is a defender for the club of someone. Oh, of course, another fucking Asian league player, a league that I do not follow. To be fair, you know what? The dude's 20 quid, and if you look at his scores, they're pretty fucking banging. I mean, he gets lots of dark greens here, which is a good color on Sorare, so I'm, you know, considering it's another J-League player, I'm quite happy with it, all things considered. Alright, a quick look at the teams for the weekend then, starting with Cap 240 Super Rare. Obviously you've seen this team already, and Sanabria is probably going to be on the bench, but hey, we'll see what the lads can do. Maybe they can push for a threshold, and pushing for a threshold here in Cap 240 Rare is Steve Mudenstein, Teresi, Fleming and Shackleton. The main issue here being that Fleming and Shackleton are playing against each other. Shackleton is back playing for Leeds, who are in fact playing Millwall, so that's a bit of an issue, but hey, I think this is a strong three in the middle. We'll see what they can do. Cap 220 Rare then on the top right. That's pretty fucking dog shit. Hopefully Uri and Nuhu can do some goals. If you look at All-Star Limited then, I've gone for a strong Zagreb trio of Livakovic, Sutalo and Ivanusic. The only issue is you know, none of them play for Zagreb anymore. Obviously Livakovic is at Fenerbahce, Sutalo is at Ajax and Ivanusic is at Feyenoord, but all are expected to start. And then hopefully Kuipers can get back amongst the goals. That'll be a good team there for the long competition as well. Hopefully can score some big points. Challenger Europe Limited, I've got Coffey and Zorgan bookending the team there for Charleroi, Rivestovski, McGregor and Petkovic in the middle. You know, it's not super strong by any stretch, but, you know, it's probably in the upper percentile. Can maybe push for a low-end reward, or, you know, if things go really well, maybe something more. But we shall see. Champion America Limited then, I opted against going full Philadelphia Union here, so I've got Martin Piss in net, and then Sebastian Driussi bookending the team there. I've gone for two strong attackers in Driussi and Carranza, obviously with the Philadelphia Union lads being solid in the middle there. Gazdag as my captain, so I think that's a decent team that could do well. I guess that's it. Thanks for watching and putting up with me for another week, and I'll catch you next time.